Yo, what's going on, guys? I am SparksTheGod, and as you can tell by the title, I am introducing a project that I'm doing with a couple of other people. And as you can see, we are recreating Tyranitartube's Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Extreme Randomizer. Yes, or PSERN for short. I didn't write a script for this video, I just kind of pulled it out of my ass, so forgive me if I hesitate or anything. The point is that how this started was, I think I was working on my Ultra Sun randomizer game, and then while I was using PK3DS, I realized that, oh, Tyranitartube's Pokemon Extreme Alpha Sapphire, that seems doesn't seem impossible to recreate. Of course, my original idea was just to recreate all of the trainer battles, and Pokemon movesets and learning sets, all of that stuff. All the stuff that you can edit purely with just PK3DS. But another guy in the group chat, his name is Zara. He usually goes by a bunch of different usernames, either Lux, Key, or Zara, but for now it's Zara, so I'm just gonna call him that. He had the great idea that we should actually go one step further and make this into an actual project where even the textures are in the game. Because he knew how to use Ohana 3DS, which is an app that lets you edit textures in Pokemon games, so he came up with the idea that we should actually recreate the entire thing, like piece by piece. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, why not? And so we made a server, and now we're working on this project. And after a few months, it's been looking pretty good so far. We've been making a lot of progress, so I thought I might as well make a video advertising in case anybody else out there wanted to help us. So basically, I'm going to kind of just explain how this kind of works and what we would need help with. So here's the doc that I've been working on. So we kind of just split like roles, I guess. Well, not really. It's just kind of unconsciously split roles. Like whoever's good at what do what they want. And so for me, I wasn't really amazing at textures and stuff, so I decided why not get the info and stuff and the information. That's a really important part. So I rewatched his series, watched every single trainer battle, and wrote down everything you could tell from it, including the name of the trainer. And it was super annoying for Aquagruns because I had to watch a playthrough of the original game, find the point where they battle that exact grunt, and then find their exact team, and then go into the PK3DS, find the exact trainer battle that is, and then I had to write down the number because this is where we eventually will have to edit in the PK3DS. So there's hundreds and hundreds of battles here, and this is even it. If you scroll down, there's even more. Yeah, there's a lot of huge battles in here. We can even recreate Wally's Horde battle, and that's really simple to recreate because there is an option on PK3DS for that. So you can look forward to that incredibly stupid hard a challenging battle. A lot of adjectives there, but point is you're gonna have a lot of fun. Basically, I think this is gonna be completely recreated where you can just play along while rewatching the whole series with the same exact stuff on your own 3DS or Citra, because this will be available on both platforms. I guess I would say you can play it on your own 3DS or you can play it on Citra. For me, I'm going to be playing on Citra because I'm kind of dumb, so I can't really hacking my 3DS is kind of annoying, so I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just gonna play it on Citra. So don't worry if you don't have a 3DS or a hack 3DS. If you don't want to do that, we'll make this simple enough. So all you have to do is download the ROM and you can play it on Citra. And I even wrote down gym leaders. Yeah, gym leaders, Elite Four, and so I was planning to just write down the important Pokemon of T-Tar's party, like Mavis, Damage, Shmurda, just a few important Pokemon. Someone was like, why don't you do that for every single Pokemon he owns? So I was like, okay, sure, why not? So I recreated everything I knew. Of course, since we don't get to see the entire moveset, I only sometimes skips to train stuff, so we don't know actually the exact stuff. Some of the TMs are also kind of annoying because he does kind of just scroll through it really quickly, and I just thought that a lot of them aren't really necessary, and it would have been a real pain in the ass to kind of just pause at each frame to see what lines up with what. So, but basically, you can get the exact movesets that he had. I think I made sure that is a guarantee. So you can recreate his exact movesets. And of course, we have every single TM that he's shown written down on here, so you can collect all of that. Static encounters. This should be pretty easy. Or actually, no. It is actually really isn't that easy. Let me explain why this is going to be a challenge and why it is still challenging. First of all, Shadow Ho-Oh does not have the stats of a regular Ho-Oh. It has crazy insane stats. Luckily, someone in the comment section of his video did some calcs and wrote down some stats. Of course, I'm not sure how accurate it is, because apparently some of the stats are base 250 or something like that. So I'm not exactly certain how accurate that is, but we're gonna go based off that and maybe do some testing of ourselves. And then we have Shadow Lugia, which I think I have the stats down. Yeah, I do have the stats down for that. I did do some calcs for that, so I'm pretty sure at least my stats are somewhat accurate. I'm not sure about IVs and stuff like that, so we don't know. Pico is one of our biggest challenges. It's not a huge challenge because it's just a reskin of Noctowl. But yeah, I'm not sure how hard this is going to be. There is the Heaven's Dance and the Lily Zora that we had to recreate. I'm not sure how hard that will be, but we'll find out. And okay, so there's my part, and let's see. I think this was done by Sluicide. He actually decided to make a doc of every single encounter that you can possibly find on the routes, which is really crazy, I guess. It should be really challenging at the start. Later in the game, when he barely goes into the wild, it makes it a lot easier, but I think this is kind of a little over the top because you only need to just kind of keep track of the main encounters, or like in the areas and stuff, which I did do for here. I wrote down all of their encounter places. But yeah, this is definitely going to be pretty helpful. And what else? Oh, this is the most. It's not the most challenging part. It's the most tedious part. The dialogue. Okay, the dialogue, not the dialogue. Okay, so as you know, in Pacern, there is huge amounts of dialogue change, and we gotta put that in. So we had to find the original text and then put the altered one. And apparently there's 44 pages in here. Holy crap. This guy's crazy. He did some... I forgot who did this one. I think this was also Sluicide as well. I'm not sure who actually did this one, but I'm most likely certain. I can probably try and check that out right now. Who made... Okay, no. I'm pretty sure it's Sluicide, but in case it's not Sluicide, I apologize. Next up is shop info. So you can basically buy the exact same stuff that Titar buys, which includes the mysterious Megastone and what's it called? The ability capsule. So that's really cool. You can have fun with that. And here's some images proving that this is going along pretty nicely. So apparently Zara was mainly in charge of doing textures at the start. He was working on Mavis, Mega Mavis, but then it kind of just turned into a monster, and you'll see that later. I'm going to show an image, but this is only a few images of what we have so far, but some guy came along. His name is Michael, or at least that's his username. I'm going to assume his real name is Michael, but this guy's actually crazy. He's nuts. He's like, Actually, I don't know. I was trying to make an analogy there, but I can't think of anything. Anyway, this guy's a god, okay? This guy has been doing the majority of the textures. He's done the protagonists. He's done the villains and stuff. He's done Wally. Yeah, so this guy's crazy. big round of applause to Michael for if it wasn't for him, we probably could not finish this exactly correctly, because we had Zara doing all the textures, or in charge of doing textures. Oh, also, what was that? Big congrats. Big, what am I trying to say here? Okay. But not only Michael, but there's also a new guy as well who joined recently, learned how to use Ohana, and apparently is also working on helping us with some of the textures. His name is Lightly, I think. Yeah, this guy's nuts. Okay. So Lightly and Michael having the main texture guys lately after Zara just gave up after Mega Mavis. So there's that. Big thanks to them. That's the word I was looking for. Alright, doing this without a script is kind of challenging. Anyways, we got Shadow. He's managed to recreate Shadow Ho-Ohs, which was something I wasn't sure how it was gonna be done, because obviously it is Kyogre, but like all the textures and stuff and the models, I had no idea how that was gonna work, but apparently he recreated it. So thank you to Michael. And oh, here's Zara's beautiful Mega Mavis. Oh my god, this at the start of our project, he was trying this out, and it was looking great until he put it into the game, and yeah, we got this beautiful mess. I still like it. I think this is better than the original. And finally, we have what's his name, Majin Moxie. Yeah. So once again, thanks to Michael for lending a huge hand in this, and Lightly as well. And also thanks to Zara for actually moving along this project, taking my simple idea of replacing, of trying to recreate the game using PK3DS solely, and making it into a full-fledged actual recreation. So thanks to everyone who's been part of our project and week. As for when we can complete this, I don't know, okay? Because I'm not the one doing the textures, and I don't want to set some kind of date that kind of like pressures the people work on the textures. So I don't have an exact date for that. I don't know when we're going to finish with everything, and there's a few other stuff that we're also kind of stuck on. We're not 100% sure how we're going to do. So I think a big help, if anybody wants to help us, it's actually quite simple. You can probably join ours. We have a server with like over 100 people now. You can probably ask how you can help there. We got plenty of... I said we got a pretty decent chunk of stuff that you can help with. For me, for what I think that we really need help with is just manpower. Doing the dialogue is, as you can see from the doc I showed you earlier, 44 pages is crazy. We had to put that all into PK3DS, and it's super annoying because you had to first export out all the game text, and then you have to search for the exact original text, and then go back into PK3DS to find it, and then kind of change the original text. And that part, oh my god, I've tried it before when I made a customized game of Pokemon Y. I was planning on doing it for every single gym leader, and I just completely gave up because that shit was actually it was tedious. I did not like doing it. So, if anybody wants to help us, we definitely do need help. The more help we get, the sooner this comes out. And if you don't know how to do Ohana 3DS, which is the thing needed to recreate textures, don't worry, Zara has a perfect guide that teaches you how. I thought I was an idiot, and I probably still am, but with the help of his guide, I managed to actually use Ohana 3DS, and now I'm making my own ROM hack, that you can see a video later. That I'll be showcasing a few of the Pokemon and be explaining more about that. But yeah, that's all I have. I'll leave a link to the server in the description, so if you want to spectate us working on it, or if you want to actually contribute and help with us, then we would very welcome you. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.